Here's how I caught my wife cheating on me at the same exact store I worked at. Literally like 3 years ago today. So we both worked at Starbucks back then. She was the assistant manager, I was the main manager. And I was letting her do interviews for the last like couple weeks. I was like, okay, do the interviews. We need to hire people. The people here are not the best. So a couple weeks went by. We kept interviewing people and we could not find anybody for this job. We're hiring one person for a barista and no one was qualified. And then this one dude walked in, kind of scary looking, and my wife hired him on the spot. I was so confused at first. I was like, what is going on? I asked her about it and she was like, yeah, he's actually my friend from high school. I've known him for a while. I'm like, what are you talking about? This guy has no qualifications. Come on, what are you talking about? So she hired him and 2 weeks went by. And they kept going to the back together. I was so confused. I was like, why is he going to the back? And then when I asked her, she was like, oh yeah, I'm making the schedule. And I'm like, why is this man, a regular barista, helping you make the schedule? And she ended up telling me that she literally ended up promoting this man. I was like, what? To a shift lead was like in the first 2 weeks. Now this was the first red flag, fellas. So never ignore the red flags. But this is then what actually went down next. Every Friday we take our spicy cubes together, and I had mine in my locker this Friday. And if you don't know what spicy cubes are, just look them up. And then this dude was like, I gotta go home, I gotta take care of my dog, something came up, all these bullshit excuses, and I was like, fuck it, just go, bro. And then my wife came up to me and she was acting all lovey-dovey. You know how girls are when they get caught. And she said she had to go take care of the dog too. I'm like, you have never cared about this dog before. Why are you out here capping to me? So she went home. I was like, fuck it, whatever. And of course, remind you, it was a Friday. We were supposed to take our spicy cubes together. And I went to the locker and they were gone. Literally 2 we had for me and her, and they were gone that night. I was like, okay, what is going on? Something is up. And my phone was unlocked as well in there. I called both of them, no answer. Saw her location was at my house, the house we just bought together. So I went to the house and literally saw that they were there and they were doing their things with the spicy cube on the counter. And that's how I found out she cheated on me, fellas. So don't ignore the red flags, and just if you have spicy cubes, keep them hidden.